Oh my gosh. Alright. We're in a new setup. Yeah, this'll work. Okay. Alright, you guys just missed my crash out. Yeah, I just moved everything around in my studio, and I was playing with the lighting, and I'm still playing with it. Also, we are trying new audio. I do indeed, and have had multiple professional lavalier setups, but I never use them because this girl is a little lazy at times. She can be a bit of a lazy Susan. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel much better. No longer crashing out. A little frustrated, but I'm not bringing that into each of the readings today. We've got a long one planned for today, okay? Today we have 4 piles. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Eins, zwei, drei, vier. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. 1, 2, 3, 4. And today's topic is, what is next for your career? What's next in your career? What's next for your career? And this is purely, I want to know for myself. So that's why we're doing that today. Okay, welcome. Thanks for joining. My name is Susie. That was why I made the joke about lazy Susan. Also, anything else that I want to talk about? Let's do a clearing breath, y'all. Here's your picture. Let's do another big breath, and on that breath, whichever card you are led to, whichever pile you are led to, just look in the description and you'll find the timestamps, and I'll see you in there. Okay, ready? Nice inhale and exhale. Whichever one you feel led to. And one more for good measure. Inhale. And on the exhale, whichever pile you are drawn to. Okay. I'll see you guys there. 4 piles. That's what that was. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. I'm cleaning up. Okay. I'm hearing vibes already. Ooh, interesting. I just heard, hold on, let me move the rest of these. Heard a whole bunch of stuff all at once. I heard suffering succotash, and then I heard somebody sedate me, which, by the way, is from Grey's Anatomy. I think it's like the first season. Sandra Oh's character, Christina, is starting to just like emote. She's starting to feel all these things, combination of just like a lot of pent-up things, pent-up emotions, because she had an ectopic pregnancy, and then there was a lot going on with her relationship, and then her mother showed up and she had a weird relationship with her mother, and so there was a lot there. And it took, what cracked the dam was she was right about a diagnosis. And it's like that idea of like she followed her gut, she followed her intuition, she followed her knowing. And it wasn't until that end part where she allowed herself to feel that she was right. She was okay. She was right. She was right. That she could relax enough that her body finally expelled all of the emotions that she had probably been experiencing from multiple areas. Okay? And so just intuitively, what I, especially like pulling in that suffering succotash, which popped up in like a previous reading, and I had to research it and see that it was suffering succotash, but that's from not Tom and Jerry. Maybe it is Tom and Jerry. It's a cartoon, and he's like, suffering succotash. And there might be something, because he has a lisp, there might be something to do with communication. Your healing crystals that I pulled out, this kind of looked like tiger's eye, but it's not. It could be petrified wood. It's a grounding energy that is required right now. And there's also healing, especially with your heart, especially with like a little bit of grief in there. self-worth. I'm pulling in self-worth, even though it's heart. Usually self-worth pops up with like yellow colors and like solar plexus, but I'm getting that this is like you did not feel good enough, and it's coming from that. I'm also getting this energy of you are a busy bee, and you were probably overcompensating for that feeling of not good enough by doing to prove that you are good enough. And first of all, I'm here to let you know that you do not need to prove anything to anyone. You really don't. However, we're talking about career. So, do you want to prove something at work? Are we getting into... Oh, interesting. Okay, so because this is a career reading, I also heard that you're pollinating. You are busy bee, networking, planting. I'm seeing like you're pollinating. You're leaving pollen in different areas. You're cultivating, and I got chills with that. You're cultivating a support system, a network. You're cultivating a network that will then give into you as well. That's what's next in your career. Like, that's what this reading is what's next in your career. You're going to be pollinating and meeting people, and I keep wanting to say planting seeds, but I'm getting this sense that you are the seed. Like, you've got a business or something like that. You're involved in something, and now you are reaching out, and there's like outreach. And you're connecting. I'm hearing loud and clear is connecting. Okay, so I did write cultivated? Nope. That word keeps wanting to come out for you, though. Cultivating. Okay, but I did write curated messages. And so your curated messages, row, which is interesting because we got that suffering succotash. And so there's a lot of cartoon stuff coming up. Ruh-roh. I'm so sorry. I didn't write these, okay? They just came through. I mean, I did write them. Okay. But this is from, I'll hold it up again. This is from, oh my gosh, I almost said Ghostbusters. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. Scooby-Doo. There we are. I got it. Ruh-roh. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Okay, it wants me to move on because I just don't feel like I have enough information. Rainbow Obsidian, heal your heart. That came out very strongly. Malachite's here, Aventurine. And then there's this grounding energy. It wants you to stay planted in yourself, strong in yourself. I keep hearing network. So you might have the ability, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm everywhere, all at once. Okay. Your identifying card for this pile was the bee. I was getting busy bee, pollinator, but I also am getting this sense that you could be an air sign. And air signs are known to be very adaptable and able to change given the environment. And they're kind of like go with the wind, you know? I have some air placements, so, you know. But they can also be a little lightheaded. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I almost said airheaded, but that's just a given, you know. You're an air sign. But people might underestimate you because you are very open. There's a playfulness about you, possibly. For some of you, there's playfulness. Some of you are very serious. But there's mainly this idea, even if you think people might underestimate you, try not to come on too strongly and embrace the fact that you are who you are. It wants you to be strong within yourself and just embrace it. Now, what's the ruh-roh? It's your own fear. Yeah. And it's the whole, like, that somebody sedate me. So there is some anxiety in this pile. Let's see. Yeah. Blue Lace Agate also came out, which is find your calm. There is a lot of energy here. There's a lot of excitement within you, but you might not see it as excitement. You might only be viewing it as, okay, I got to do this. Okay, I got to do this. Okay, I got to do this. And so I highly recommend that you start to reframe that, because energy is just energy. And through our human experience, we get to decide if it's good energy or bad energy. Even if even if anxiety is coming up for very relevant reasons and very life-saving reasons, what is going to cause anxiety, like the emotion of anxiety, is the fear of that energy. So like if your gut is saying don't go there, and you take a second and you go, but why? That's going to cause friction in your body. It's going to cause tension. And because you didn't just go with the flow and listen to your gut and go, don't go there, oh, okay, you now created this emotion that has somewhere, it needs to go somewhere. It needs out. If you don't like it in there, which you shouldn't like it in there, we don't like anxiety. Anxiety does not work for us, okay? There's theories that like anxiety sits in the backseat and you occasionally listen to it. No, we create the anxiety. If we decide to listen to that voice that is saying go this direction, there's no anxiety. There's commitment. There is consistency, I heard. I don't like consistency. What do we like? Strength of will, I just heard. You gotta believe in yourself. And if you came from a situation where like people did not believe in you, and it didn't make any sense that they didn't believe in you, because consistency, and we're talking about career here. I lost my train of thought there. Staying present. Stay present, y'all. May you sense each shiver of the surf. Staying present means like in that exact moment, you're like, oh, I don't know how loud that was. Sorry about that. In that exact moment, when you hear the words, like the calling within you is to go this way, if you overthink it and say, but why, instead of just listening to it and staying present, you're going to cause that tension. Okay, so every time you have... Okay, I feel like this is really important to bring up. Staying present is not the same as impulsiveness. There is a reason you are doing the things that you're doing, and it has nothing to do with avoiding an anxiety. Okay? Oh my god, this is gonna be hard to explain. Give me a second. I know what I'm thinking. Now let's verbalize it. Impulsiveness, which I feel whoever I'm talking to right now might struggle with that because of poor self-worth. You overcompensate by taking actions you wouldn't necessarily do, but because you're afraid of losing your job, or because you're afraid of this and you're afraid of this consequence, you do that thing, and you do it quickly for fear. For fear of missing out, for fear of being left out, for fear of... There are so many different reasons, okay? That is not the same as being adaptable and going with your instincts. Instinct versus impulse. They can look the same, but they're different. Instinct, you have an inner knowing. You have your full body hears and understands you should be doing this way. You want to be going this way. But you have, and I'm already hearing, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Which way did he go, George? There's a lot of like questioning that's happening in this pile, and over-analyzing, and yet impulsiveness at the same time. You're a little scattered, and I find myself pulling energy and going slower on your behalf, because you can slow down. You can take these moments and reaching out and meeting people and getting clients or working with your coworkers, and depending on your field. Now I'm just hearing Jar of Hearts. Now you can't take one more step towards me, 'cause all that's living is regret. Don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? Okay, yeah. Alright, so I was getting this also with Scooby-Doo. There's this sense of like you're haunted by the past. Learn to live Have a life. I'm getting charges. Ooh, interesting. I'm getting what's the word? The fizzles, the tingles, the tingly bits, the tingles, the shivers. With that, don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? Okay, moving on. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. That's all I have to say. Ooh, interesting colors. We've got, they look very bisexual. You might be LGBTQRI. What's the R? A return on investment. ROI. Sorry. Look at the bigger picture. A full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, do you see this? Listen to this. Look at this. Look at this. You have the new moon in Sagittarius, and you got the full moon in Sagittarius. You've got a lot of Sag energy, which, by the way, does tend to be very fiery and does tend to be kind of impulsive. Learn to live, have a life. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Okay. Also got Queen of Coins for you. Yeah, there's something with, as soon as you get in tune with your emotions and you start to really digest them and work through them and allow them to be, you will make bank. You will free up energy to start receiving abundance even more. The world is your oyster, but you're not feeling that way. Energy is in reverse. And I'm saying oyster because oyster's in reverse. You're also a bit of a unicorn. Again, I'm pulling out some queer energy, but that could just mean like queer as in you are actively, you're just different. It doesn't have to be about your sexuality. In fact, I don't think it is about your sexuality. You might be feeling like you can't be yourself because you are part of the LGBTQIA return on investment. Oh my god, now I'm just getting weird. Talk about the unicorn I'm hearing. We love the unicorn. I personally love the unicorn. Learn to live, have a life. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Who do you think you are? Running round, leaving scars, directing your heart of hearts, tearing love apart. Reconnect to higher wisdom or divinity, where my living led. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. Interesting. Then I just heard, who are you? Who are you? And it's leading me again to heart. It's really, really pushing heart. It's really pushing heart. I'm trying to get more messages from that, but there's nothing. Okay. Winter, an ending, recharging, reflection. Okay, here's the thing. When we first started this out, I was getting this sense there was grief involved. But I kept thinking, I'm like, yeah, but there's self-worth, you know? There could have been, like when I was talking about a ghost, like you're being haunted by the past or haunted by like a, you know, maybe a literal ghost, who knows? But winter popped out. A cardinal always kind of represents a passed over loved one, birds specifically. Oh, I'm already getting a sense here. I'm being led. It wants me to read Queen of Coins. I keep pulling out Rainbow. Rainbow Obsidian here. I stopped on Rainbow. We had the unicorn. So there's something with like letting your light shine. Letting your freak flag fly. There's a lot with that in this. The Queen of Coins. Can I please? An ending. I know. Oh. Okay, because it's career, you were let go, previous job, laid you off, disposed of you, etc. And that experience haunts you and makes you feel like, nope. It doesn't haunt you. It took a toll on your heart. You are not ready for another experience of being let go or laid off unexpectedly or in such a fashion, and you're afraid that you're going to get hurt again. So there might be some commitment issues there, and it's okay to speak about it. I'm getting the sense that you need to say it out loud. You need to like speak the fear and get it out of your system so you can move forward. Okay, now can I, Queen of Coins? Okay. The Queen of Coins is an eager mother ready to bring new life. Poof, I can't say this word. Waramarungunju has traveled the world blessing her many children. She is always moving, loving, and ever practical. She teaches her children how to help themselves. It's upright. Healer, luxury, being grounded. Particularly, or practicality, oh my gosh, and movement. She's directly facing. It's not going to be like the past. It's not going to be like the past where people were hiding things from you and then they inevitably made you feel like you were not good enough. It's not going to be like that in the future. So you don't have to worry about, you don't have to go ghost hunting anymore. You don't have to keep looking for those red flags. All right, and the last one we have is mushroom recycling, breaking down problems. Yeah, I definitely think it would be beneficial for you to take some time to reflect and really go deep. I'm already cleaning up. That's it. Anything else we should be doing? Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I didn't read about oyster. Learn to live. Oh yeah, and I didn't even read about bee. My goodness. Have a life. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Who do you think you are? I found bee. Earnest, hardworking, democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and then sting. Wants me to go right into oyster, which is about feelings. I passed it. Oh, interesting. I just heard Frozen. I can hear you. Ba-da-dun. Ba-da-da-dun. All right, this says patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. I had pulled it in reverse. When out of balance, reluctant, griping. Again, gripes keep coming up. And clams up. Yeah, you've got something you got to get off your chest to be able to fully move on and open up and receive and be in the present moment. Even though I have this in reverse. Okay, so pile number eins, one, uno. That was your reading. So what is next in your career? Can I tell them what's next in their career? Oh yeah, we didn't even do... I just feel this exhale. I feel like this need of yours. I heard both dive in deep, but also get in touch with your emotions. Queen of Cups in reverse. Insecure, moody, withdrawn, codependent, and overwhelming. Moody. Why are you so moody? What's up your butt? What's your gripe? Why you have so many gripes? Like, what is up your butt, man? Ooh, death, endings, new beginnings, change, transformations. Again, I'm led to endings. Something is ending. And then I just heard, I said a change. Do you? Oh, control is ending. Oh. Yeah, control is ending for you. Your need for control is going to be ending. Feeling controlled? Happiness, satisfaction, emotional stability, comfort, and confidence. Emotional stability. Yeah, so your need to control your emotions as much have you been, like as much as you've been pulling them in. Okay, no wait. I am sensing a need for emotional regulation and experience in that realm because it is clouding your judgment and your gut instincts. That's what I'm hearing. Plain as day. Calm, calm, calm. Oh, and then I just heard, so how I said calm, 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 but at the same time I heard still, 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 ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Okay, so what you need right now is stillness and no TVs around you, utter stillness, no kids, no friends, no parties, alcohol, no stimulation, just you and your mind and your feelings. And just listen. Okay. Pile number 1. That is your reading. Okay, bye. Hi, pile number 2. I am just getting set up here. Instantly, though, as soon as I touched your pile, I heard whispers. I heard, but it was like a forceful whisper. It's a rushed. It's not energized. There is some anxiety with it. There's some fear in it. Not to make you worry or anything, but let's just get through this. Like rumors, like a whisper of rumors of something happening. And there's I want to say delicacy, but that's not the word I'm looking for. There's a little bit of desperation in this. There's intensity. Okay, so your healing crystals are citrine, which has a lot to do with self-worth. I'm getting the sense, okay, and I don't like negative stuff, but I'm getting the sense that there's a little bit of corruption or something being talked about that's going on. And as soon as I said that, I relaxed a little. And like I pulled back, almost like I was talking and I was the one that was giving someone this information. And then because it was off my chest, I was able to be like, okay. Like whistleblower kind of energy. And eventually the more people that hear about this, I'm getting the sense of like community coming together and being outraged about something and it building and building and building and building and building and like protests. What the heck? Who is here? Hi, welcome. Okay. Yeah, the outrage, and I'm getting so many tingles like right now. I have goosebumps. And it's not like a happy intensity. It's like a like revolution. There's something here about that. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm used to just dealing with like a single person being like, oh, how do you like yourself today? But no, we're dealing with like revolution here, and this is going to grow in numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers. And it's passion. People are invested in whatever this is, this cause. I feel like you're working on a cause. Like I'm getting amped up, man. I'm like, what the heck? What? That's outrageous. Like I keep hearing outrageous. Okay. But your identifying card was the eagle. And I'm still hearing Muse loud as day in my ears, like da 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 da, like Knights of Sidonia. Love that. I would listen to that song when I was in high school and sitting in my car right before I was going to go into my first job, which was a print shop at the time. It was like, no one's gonna stop us now. Time has done to make things right. You and I must fight for what's right. You and I must to survive. If you have not heard that song, I highly recommend looking it up. It's only one of my favorites, so okay. Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay, so listen, I forgot to mention, I did write curated messages for these piles, and one of them was very, and guess which one you got? You got the Tyranny Now. Can I just say, I feel really honored that I'm involved in this energy right now. Like, it sounds like you guys are doing some really important, courageous, I'm hearing, work. Oof. And I just keep getting the chills, man. I just keep getting them. Whatever you're doing, yes. 100%, like, I'm pissed for you, on your behalf, with you, alongside you, yes. But yeah, Tyranny Now, you're dealing with some kind of, I'm sorry, I get really excited. Because, like, okay, in the beginning of like I said, I'm like, heart shoes and rainbows, clovers and balloons, you know, like I like to keep things light. But this energy that's coming through is big, and it's building, and it's gonna be big. This is gonna be big, and it's serious. It's important work. It's 100% necessary work. I don't like the word work because it's necessary for your life. It's life sustaining. And I keep hearing the word triumphant. So what's next in your career is there's good. It's fucking great. Okay? It's good. Keep doing it. All right, Sunstone. Take pleasure in the things you do. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I feel like we might be in that whisper stage of like you shared a thing that was difficult and it was scary and it was like, oh my God, this happened. And you got it off your chest. And now people on behalf of you are like, what the heck? That shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. We can't okay, I'm hearing, actually, we can't let that happen. That's what I'm hearing. And you now are two people that are like, yeah, we can't let that happen. And now it's building because they're like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? And they're like, no, I didn't, but we can't let that happen. And so it's building, it's catching. I'm seeing, okay, excuse me, this is a poor metaphor right now because we're going through a lot. This could have to do with the wildfires, actually. But right now, Canada is on fire again. This is a timeless reading, but currently Canada is on fire again, and it's very serious. It's been serious. But I'm seeing that this message, this story, this information is spreading, and it's spreading and spreading, and people are getting I just keep hearing the word outrage, like furious outrage. There's something, and people are rising to the cause. All right, we got fluorite. Find peace within. Yeah, but I do feel like maybe you haven't even shared it yet. This tough information. I'm getting this sense like okay, stick with me for a second while I work through this. Like I keep getting led to this idea of like spells or spell jar. So there might have been, I said corruption, but there's like a manipulation, and it feels like for lack of a better word, like witchcraft. Like I love my witches and my bitches, okay? Like I'm not judging, but like there's this sense that someone tried to pull the wool over your eyes and tried to take advantage of you and is taking advantage of other people. and is taking advantage of other, okay, people I didn't like. So why didn't I like people? Is taking advantage of. And I just heard a solar plexus. Taking advantage of people's will. Almost like a cult kind of thing. Like I'm getting a sense that they're pulling on they're guilt tripping people. There could be some blackmail. Force. I'm hearing force. Could be physical force. There's some kind of something that is not good. Powerful. May you be as potent as the ocean. I mean, okay, so I'm also seeing like the take pleasure in the things you do. That will help you get through this, there could be insecurity of, well, who am I to lead this? Who am I to pave this path? Who am I to speak openly about this? That's what I'm getting the sense of. Death. Should I read? I want to read about this specific death because they usually have folklore connected to it, and it's just really cool. No one's gonna hate me. Okay, death is a huge upheaval, potentially representing the death of one way of life and the start of a new one. Life changes irrevocably, and there is no way to go back. Change is necessary. The death of childhood is important in order to grow up. Metamorpho. Okay, what way was it though? I have it in reverse. Stagnation, immobility, stubbornness, festering, decay. Stagnation. You're feeling stuck. So I do get the sense that you might be stuck in that energy of you haven't really shared it with someone yet. And I got a little tingles with that. Like there's a hesitancy to share. But I'm here to let you know, fuck yeah, tell someone. Tell someone. It might end up being bigger than just you. There might be other people that can relate, and it will save their lives. Like, I'm feeling this so strongly. Like, I'm getting, like, chills. I'm like, this, whatever this is, this information that you have is so important. Like, it's... Yeah. Let people be there. Oof. Woo. And you might know that this information is so important, and that's why it feels so big. And so know that you are powerful. You can handle this, and you will not be going through it alone. Ooh, I'm sweary in this one too. Okay. Be bold and make the first move. I can't make that up. They said it, not me. Be bold and make the first move. Bring love into the situation. Okay, and I do have some words on this. It might feel like you're going to be hurting other people to then bring about the change that needs to happen. And I'm here to let you know that you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Whoever is in the wrong here, it needs to come to light. Else it's going to continue to hurt other people. And that's how you're bringing love into the situation. I'm going to share a little tidbit. Okay. So I was essayed, and I did make the decision to report to the police. And what helped me get the courage and fight past all of those fears and like, well, you know, was the fact that no, I would never want this to happen to anyone else again. And so I decided to go to the police. And so I let them know. And I share that because this news that you have, this information, interesting I said news, this news that you have could potentially, this could save, I'm hearing hundreds. What the heck are you working in? I'm hearing hundreds, that this could save hundreds of people. This could save their job. This could save their well-being, their livelihood, their lives. No, their livelihood. So there's something, no. Their will. And then I just heard capture the flag, and I don't know why. And I heard cheer up, sleepy Jean. What's going on? Oh, Dream On. Okay, so whatever this news is, it might, the way that it is being handled, it would destroy people's will to live and their belief in themselves and their dreams and desires. No, that's not it. What the heck? I'm sorry, I'm not getting specific. It could be lives. You could be doing some really important work. And once again, I'm like flowers and rainbows, and I'm like, no. All right, starfish in reverse. Ooh, and when I'm holding this, it's like a weird energy. I sunk. Ooh, and now I just got a vision of ripping this apart and throwing it away. Okay, I'm okay. Some of you might be on your way to stardom or something like that. Something happened behind closed doors and it destroyed your gumption to want to continue in a certain field, but you're also pissed about it. You don't want to be kicked out of that certain field. But I am still hearing, cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what? So for you personally, is really tapping into your self-worth and know that even though you went through this, you witnessed this changed the way you view things, you are still worthy. And I'm getting big, massive chills with that. You are still a fucking butterfly. You are going to transform through this, and you are going to speak, and you are going to heal, and you are going to pave the way. I keep hearing pave the way and revolution and stuff. Swan in reverse. I heard double crossed. All right, it's in reverse. Agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna read Eagle for you since we're in here as well. I mean, I'm already getting the sense that it's gonna have to do with you being strong. Oh, listen to this. All right, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma, bright, radiant, and challenges. Ooh. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. And we're throwing the starfish in reverse away. And I have a sense that this is going to be about stagnation. Oh god, my body. Oh, I'm being led. Oh, okay. And manifesting. You're just taking a different direction, maybe? Wow. Wow. Oops, what are you? Oops. Oh. No one's gonna... Okay. Gossips and feels empty. Like I said, the Ooh. Maybe for some of you, you were kicked out of a space because of gossip, and people are outraged about that, and it's starting to catch and spread, and people are going to realize that that was a lie. And I just saw Mari being like, the lie detector determined that was a lie. And like the whole crowd going, oh no. But there is something in your, and it was like, I literally am about to throw this away and I wasn't even paying attention, was I? Yeah. All right, I'm cleaning up. Why am I cleaning up? Just to make room. We also have lizard upright. taking a breath. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication that pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering, nope, it's having me cross that out. Don't do that. Not you. Overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. But the overstimulation I'm hearing is whatever this situation was that was draining you and making you feel like you were less than. Whatever that is, that outrage that you need to speak about, and that will catch like wildfire. As everyone hears what happened, they are going to be there for you. That's what I'm hearing. Like whoosh, whoosh. Harvest, determination and hard work. B, community, cooperation, and sweetness. Community is coming in. There's going to be abundance, but it is going to be a lot, okay? Your focus right now is to find the peace within. Stick to the truth. Allow it to lead you. But it's gonna catch. All right, I guess that's all I'm getting. B. Okay. These are not in alphabetical order. Whoa! Sorry, that was me finding it. Bees work together, functioning in cooperation with others to advance the health and safety of their entire hive. Communication is central to this goal. In the end, though, hard work and service to others, they create something pure and sweet. Honey. It's the sweetness of honey that reminds us to be kind to others. The bee card asks you to consider if you feel fulfilled and connected in your relationships or if you need to communicate your needs to others more. You do. Remember to be kind whenever you can and to meet any challenge with an open heart. Clear thought. Clarity. All right. It wants me to read Harvest as well. Oh, there it is. I found it. Harvest time means hard work. It's time to reap the results of sowing and tending, and that usually means a lot of effort concentrated in a short period of time. This time can be just as exhausting as when you sowed your seeds, but it is a necessary part of the successful growing season. Sometimes you might think that it's all about sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's important to appreciate your success, but don't lose your way. The Harvest card directs you to collect your bounty, to recognize your blessings, and to not stop working too early. You're almost there, but you still have things to see through. Work to recoup the energy you previously invested. Ooh. All right, I want some final clarity about your situation and what they should be focusing on. Oh, geez. I just spilled everything everywhere. Okay. Helping. You are helping. You are helping. You are helping by opening up about this. Ugh. That was the main thing I wanted to say, is that you are doing good work. I know it's terrifying, but you are doing good work. Anything else that I should let them know of? Anything. Overbearing. Yeah. The energy you're coming up against is overbearing. So talk about it. Okay, pile number 2. Oof. There's a lot. You got this though, okay? Listen to that song, Knights of Sidonia by Muse. Okay, you got this. Hi, pile number 3. Instantly, I heard sunshine and music and a good friend. Which is, by the way, night and day from the last pile I just read, okay? So what's next in your career? Hi, pile number 3. Welcome. Let me spread out your cards. I'm already getting a sweetness. There's like a little dance in my shoulders, like a It's like a soft, warm, whew, which is good because the last one was very woof. Okay. Anyway, you pulled out 3 rose quartz. All 3 of them were rose quartz. And I'm just hearing the ooey gooeys of life. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Delicious. Okay, and so your identifying card is the gazelle. And then I just heard Lux, which is a descant that I sang in church. And so it always reminds me of connection with spirit and connection to the divine. I also wrote curated messages. Do you want me to? Nope. Okay, they want me to read about the gazelle first. And I keep wanting to call it Giselle. Je suis le gazelle. I am the gazelle-ish. That's kind of what that means. Ooh, I don't know what I'm looking for. I just heard, how do I live without you? I want to know. There's like love coming out here, but this is a career reading. How do I ever survive? How do I? I'm getting kids, I'm getting children, I'm getting nurturing. Anyway, that aside, let's read. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personality, skipping it. Ooh, when this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Ooh, interesting. It led me right... It's upright, but it led me right to out of balance, and it says food allergies, insomnia, and racing mind. But literally, it's pointing out food allergies for you. So I wonder if, you know, I was saying like ooey gooey of life. I feel like there's something, you might work in food. I heard healthcare as well. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. Oh. Okay, just hear me out for a second. You might have had an eating disorder, or you might be hyper fixated on weight and health at this time. Anorexia, like I had a lot of people that like had eating disorders in my life because I had an eating disorder. So I'm wondering if anyone's reading or watching this, but there's this oh, interesting that I said there's the racing mind is definitely coming through, and that's why there's that need for connection with spirit and to getting in touch with pleasure a little bit more, and like the ooey gooeys and just enjoying food. There might be a concern that there's a health concern that whatever you eat is going to make it worse. I tried to listen in and hear if I heard anything. Your concerns are valid, but they're a little overblown. So things that happen, I'm getting the sense that something might have made you sick in the past. Try giving it a chance. But okay, but this is in regards to career. Okay. All right, I wrote curated messages for each pile, and yours is time to take stock. I'm getting a lot with gut here because my gut is painful right now. Like it feels like someone just like, and tightened it. Like I'm nervous, like I don't want to get involved. Like I don't want to speak up about something. Agate, get back into balance. Okay. Yeah, there's something, okay, help me. I keep getting the sense that there might be blood sugar. Why am I pulling out health with you, though? Okay, so your health concerns are overshadowing your ability to get work done. You might be dealing with chronic illness, you might be dealing with disability, you might just have had a very severe adverse experience with your health that now makes you wonder, like, is it going to happen again, and is it going to affect my job? And so the answer for that is to kind of take a moment, connect with spirit about what happened. There could be some like healthcare trauma that happened that I'm getting a sense for, and really look into what needs your attention. Shed light, shed. Okay, another thing you might be dealing with weight issues, unexplained weight gain. And now I'm also hearing unexplained weight loss. I'm getting this like shyness with you. Aventurine, create your own luck. This is a very interesting energy. It kind of feels shell-shocked in a way, like it's not sharing. And it's stuttery. Like you're, like you don't want to share what's going on with you because your fear is that you'll be judged. Help me. I'm feeling. Okay. Begin. May you start as if you have already begun. Oh, okay. It's in career. So, okay. All right. Okay, hear me out for a second. For some of you, maybe you took time off of work and you asked for time and you said you weren't feeling well, but you don't know how you feel. And the reality is you are not digesting the job very well. You don't like the job, and it's taking a toll on your health. And so you're kind of saying that you're sick and all this, but in reality, you're just kind of done with the job. And so that's why there's this need for you to kind of sit down and like just get a little honest with yourself about like what needs to happen there, because maybe the answer is in between. Like maybe you don't have to quit your job, maybe you do pull back your hours or something like that, depending on where you work. And especially in regards to your health, jeez, yeah, you need to sit and connect with your higher self, like your God or anything like that. Take stock about your life and see how you can bring more balance, and you can begin to shift your world around. You can begin to change your life. Okay, and then I just heard, but how do I do that? But how do I? And it's a very soft energy, like you're afraid of asking. You're afraid of knowing, I just heard. Huh. Surrender to the divine. Ooh, they really want you to just like check in. Pray. And then I keep hearing, how do I live without you? And then I'm feeling my gut kind of relax. Ooh, sorry. Feeling my gut kind of relax a little bit whenever I started singing that. How do I ever survive? Okay, so you don't like your job. You might not like your job, but you also don't know how you would be able to move on from the job. You don't know how you would be able to pay your bills. You don't know how you would be able to do all of these things. But the fact that you have health problems, you need the job. And so it's just really like, meditate and contemplate. Like really sit down and they really want you to know, like just sit down and think about it for a little bit. Sit down and think about it. Weigh the pros and cons I'm hearing. Maybe start a side job. Okay, and then the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, you've got some push and pull here. You might also have a loved one that's going through some like physical ailments that is also kind of pulling your attention. I'm hearing a lot with attention in this. You are having problems focusing at work. There's more time being spent and mental agility, I just heard, in other areas of your life than there are in this job, in this career. And every time I say that job, I get this twinge, like, I'm putting my heart and soul in that career. You might be putting your heart and soul, but it's too much. So it's either one of those. Depending on who's watching this, you might resonate with either one of those. There is some imbalance that's happening with work and outside, and I heard play. Meditate and contemplate. Meditate and contemplate. Anything else? The Lovers, let's read about the lore. Lovers is in reverse. Unreliability. And it had me stop there. Who's unreliable? You are. You're unreliable. And you know it. And that's why, like, there's that hesitancy. Remember, I was getting that stuttering energy. It comes across like you're lying. And you might not be lying, but you might not be telling the whole truth. And the whole truth can be messy. It can be, like, the whole truth would be, I don't really like this job. I'm here because I need the money. Like, that can be a very honest truth. And you're like, and you can be like, I don't know what else I can do other than this. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to tell your employer this, but have this energy. Take it with you and yourself. Do a pros and cons list. Write it down and be like, okay, this is what I need, this is what I need, this is what I need. And start to plant seeds. Start to get more consistent. Fish in reverse. I'm getting this sense of catch and release. It's actually having me go back to the Lovers because I missed something. It has it flipped over now. Oh, okay. So it didn't lead me to a specific word, but it says love, harmony, trust, a leap of faith, and choice. And it is true. You do have to make a choice at this time. But you might be paralyzed because of that knowing that you need to make a choice. You might be in that and pushed and pulled. And you need to release something, but you haven't yet. So what's next in your career is going to be dependent on, we hope that you begin. We hope that you move forward in an area that is actually going to bring you joy. We want you to continue. So make your own luck. Like, if this career is not doing it for you, that means find a new career. Find your next career. And look into what makes you feel good about it. Okay, fish in reverse though. Fish on, fish on. What do you want to catch? What's your next big catch? Led me right to it. Nothing pleases a fish more than movement, movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. And now I'm also recognizing that there's a lot here, new moon in Pisces, and we've got the fish coming out. You could be a Pisces. But I also think, when I think of fish, I think of balance, because I think of like the yin and the yang, and it's like one fish next is like a black fish next to a white fish. So there's a lot here with duality and balance. Okay, and I'm getting a Qigong movement for you. I'm getting like there's something called like a cross crawl, and it's about bringing this energy, bringing this energy into this energy and connecting the dots, essentially, okay? It could be very clearing for you, so consider that. We also have the turtle upright. Another water sign. So there's a lot here with emotions. There's a lot going on with your emotions. This might be really like messing with your mental health, like overthinking this. I'm getting a sense that there's love involved in this, though. How is that? Surrender to the divine. I'm getting a sense of love in here. Or maybe you need more self-love to know that you don't have to stick in this job. You can find something else. Okay. Ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. There it is. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells. It's having me skip stuff. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. How will I ever survive? You'll be fine. You gotta trust. You gotta leap. Cast a wider net, I also heard. All right, your last two cards over here. I'm cleaning up. So your last two cards, though. Hedge, potential, boundaries, and indecision. And then we also have bird, freedom and opportunity. Oh, it's both energies. It really depends on what you decide. So you could stay in your job. You know, you could stay in this job and you could feel depleted and you could feel like you're not in love with it and you could feel pulled somewhere else. And you could also decide you get to decide what's next in your career. You get to decide, hey, actually, I want to learn this. And you learn it on the side and then you start to slide over into that realm. There are so many ways that you can do that. But you definitely need to sit with yourself. I'm also getting the sense that you need to talk it out with someone. Yeah, and I just heard sunshine and music and a good friend. So maybe you just need to like air it out with your friends and family, whoever you trust, and be like, this is what I'm dealing with and I don't know what I should do. What do you see me as doing? What do you, like, what am I good at? Like, I feel like you struggle to see what you can do and what the possibilities are. Or you might know, you're just scared to do it. And so you need a little pep rally. You need some friends that will uplift you. Okay, so pile number 3, that was your reading. You get to decide what's next in your career at all times. All right, pile number 3. I wish you luck. You got it. You make your own luck. Okay. Hi, pile number 4. This is your timeless reading about what's next for your career. I'm also going to drink. I'm going to take a sip of water. Cleansing a little bit. Okay. I'm hearing... I heard like a build-up and a release. And for me, it was like a music. I'm also getting some emotions coming into play. Like I'm getting... Okay, here, let me share. I'm getting my one song I wrote. It's not a song. There are no lyrics. This one instrumental lo-fi beat thing that I made. And it's called Pelt. And it's like little drips and little drips, and then it builds into like a storm. So there's this sense of like a building and a release, the storm. But it's chill. I'm also getting theater, dance, stuff is popping up. Okay. All right, moving on to your curated... Okay, actually, no, wait. Your identifying card was the Nightingale, and it makes me think of a few things. 3 things just pop in my head. Oh my gosh. First, I heard Florence Nightingale, healing, nurses, things like that. Healing, specifically, is standing out. Then I heard music, because nightingales have a beautiful voice. So you could be healing through music. Then I heard the Beatles, Blackbird. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. So it's combining many things. I feel like you might be a singer, or you might work in music, or some kind of performing art that has the propensity of healing other people when they see it or hear it. There's creation vibes in here, but it's chill. There's like a sadness with it. So you might be writing or speaking on topics that are very potent, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing like potent. Soothing. Waking up. Moving. You're creating something that's very moving. You affect other people's emotions, and the intent is to do so. The intent is to have, I heard, artistic vision on I was gonna say plays into emotions, but it's not playing into emotions. What is it? Sorry, my Chrome just like opened up. It was weird. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And then I'm also hearing, who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. Which also kind of sounds like an owl. And there's night. Okay, alright, listen to me. Okay, right? Alright, so we've got owl ties. We've got questioning. We've got like raising questions, answering questions, healing. I heard abundance. A lot of money's coming in. Oh, sorry, hold on. I didn't put these away. These are from the last one. All right, moving on. Good news. Oh. You know what's interesting is that also makes me think of Wicked. Good news. The wicked, the witch is dead. The witch is dead that there ever was. What? Is dead. So excuse me. So there could be a lot with theater in here. We're also moving on from another situation. Okay, I'm getting multiple messages, so okay. This is like a cytospore. Oh my gosh. It's gonna bug me that I don't know. Give me a second. Look, it's Glinda. Let us be glad. Let us be grateful. Let us rejoice and find that good news with subdue the wicked workings of you know who. Isn't it nice to know that good will conquer evil? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's cut that off. Okay, Cito Crystal. Yeah, no, it's just showing me urology. Alright, we're gonna skip that for now. Okay, but it's blue. Whenever I think of blue, I think of throat chakra. There's a lot here with public speaking, I'm hearing, speaking out loud, presenting, singing. I keep hearing singing, strong and clear. We also have howlite, which is a really good stone for artists. It always reminds me of like oh Jesus. It reminds me of Jesus. No, I mean maybe a little bit, but it reminds me of a blank slate, a blank canvas, and it's ready for you. It is ready for you. Then we also have, this is kind of like I usually have my books and stuff around here. Let's see if it's on here. I found it. This is blue Checadoni. Chalcedony. The faith stone encourages us to make positive changes, induces emotional stability, and eases communication, reputed to prevent accidents and reduce irritation and anger. Alright, but I was here for this one, and I don't think this one is on here. I keep thinking, yeah, I do think it's like a fluorite. Yeah, okay, cool. It can help maintain an unbiased impartiality when decisions need to be made by reducing one's emotional involvement in a situation. Encourages us to peacefully see both sides of any situation. Reputed to prevent accidents. Okay. I am not getting a lot with that. But I'm looking at the colors. It's almost like red, white, and blue. There's like a freedom here, and so the good news that you're getting is going to be very freeing. It's going to be just very, or whatever you're going to sing is going to be very freeing for you as well as anyone who hears it. How beautiful. Gosh darn it. That's so pretty. All right. We also have Unakite, Live in the Now. And we have Clear Quartz, Get Crystal Clear. Isn't it nice to know that good can conquer evil? Oh. And I just heard, I said a change will do you good, do you good. Bliss, may you feel deeply and transcend. Yeah, so change is coming your way. Good news, too. Some good news, or you're going to share the good news. I know that that is also very, I did bring up Jesus, you know? So, spiritually, you might be connecting. You don't have to be Christian, okay? That's just like an example. But spiritually, you might be sharing the good news. You might be sharing some beautiful experiences with people. All right, we also have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. And then also expect powerful change. And I keep hearing, isn't it nice to know? That's it. And that's all I'm hearing. And I was seeing, like, I have some old cards that are in front of me here. And one of them, I only see the word know, like K-N-O-W. So you're going to hear some good news. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good news. Then we also have the 7 of Coins. And then I just heard green finch and linnet bird, nightingale black. Oh, there's the nightingale again. How is it you sing? Birds and the singing. Never taking wing. There's also, it's like a higher voice too, by the way. I don't know if you hear that, but that being said, I'm a soprano one. So like, I tend to know songs and want to sing songs that are in that higher register. But the higher register is like closer to the divine. So there is something in here about, I heard organic, but I was going to say with the divine and speaking good news, speaking spiritually, like faithfully, beautiful, elegance, creativity, clarity. Clarity is going to be your bestie. Interesting. And then I just heard it's going to transform. It's going to transform your life. It's going to transform other people's lives. It's going to transform with time as well. Interesting. Oh, wait. Can I read this one? So I was getting some vibes from this one. This is the past. Interesting. And now it wants to flip upside down. It's the 7 of Coins. Reward. Perseverance. 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 What the heck is going on with my brain? Decisions, investment, and fruition. I'm circling reward, though. Something beautiful is coming into your life. Isn't it nice to know? I just keep hearing that over and over. That good can conquer evil. Okay. 7 of coins. And then I keep hearing, I said a change will do you good. Do you good. Okay, I am led to the word setbacks. So it's in reverse. So there was a little bit of a delay. And now I'm like circling romantic. What does that mean? Oh, love. And then I just heard spattering of that old romance. Oh. Now that lyric is from, oh my gosh. Okay, I can't keep bringing up these things because that's a good song. Up to recovery. Okay, hold on. I want to dance. Song. Pop. Punk. What the heck is that? Pop. Punk. It's still not finding it. But I'm no good at dancing. But I'm no good at dancing. But I have to do something. Come on, you gotta find it. Found it. Okay, found it. Frank Turner. Frank Turner. Frank Turner. Frank Turner. I finally found it. Frank Turner. Frank Turner. And it's called 4 Simple Words. I want to dance. I want to dance. I want to dance. I want lust and love and a smattering of romance. But I'm no good at dancing. Yet I have to do something. Tonight I'm gonna play it straight. I'm gonna take my chance. Again, highly recommend. I mean, you weren't listening to the other piles. Possibly you were. I don't know. Highly recommend looking up that song. It's a goodie. It's a goodie. It's a good newsy one. It's a good name. But he also, Frank Turner, okay. The reason I needed to look that up, Frank Turner also wrote a song called, it was about recovery. Ba-da-dum to recovery. Ba-dum bum ba-da-dun-dun. So yeah, highly recommend looking into that because like it kind of brings in this. Yeah, I did get sidetracked, but that song Recovery really helps people connect, you know, because it's about him going through recovery. And so there's that healing aspect with music. Healing, music, expression, dance, performing, theater. All this is coming out. Okay, moving on. Deer. Divine. I heard intervention. Interesting. Scorpion. In reverse. Ooh, all right. So, you know, okay, I was getting this. All right, okay. So I was getting this since... Ooh, I'm excited because there's a lot of music in this. I love music. Okay. The Wicked song that I was singing. Good news. Isn't it nice to know that good can conquer evil? That part. So the good can conquer evil. So the good news you're about to hear is going to dust your hands off of a past situation that felt wicked. It felt awful. It felt icky. It had sticky, yucky energy. And you're like, absolutely not. Have a nice day. And you moved forward into this new career, possibly. Fire. I just heard fire. You might have been fired, or you might have walked away. And then I heard there's more at play than you realize. I'm seeing this like dancing troops. Dancing troops. Like synchronicity. Like people moving in the same movements. And there is a lot here with dance as well. Dance and singing and music. We also have buds. It's in reverse. New beginnings and expansion. Ooh. Isn't it nice to know that good can conquer evil? Then also earthworm, clarity and rumination. All right, what are we dealing with here? All right, give me a second. Read the deer. Okay, because I feel like there's so much coming at me. There's so much energy. There's so much possibility. So much to do. So much to think about. So much to do. So much to talk about. So much to do. That's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of energy. There's gratitude in here. There's awesome stuff headed your way, but there's buds in reverse. And like the storyline of Wicked, that's coming to mind. Okay, deer in reverse. Oh, interesting. I just opened up to earthworm though. Clarity. There's a need for clarity here. Rumination, because you're ruminating. Maybe you're waiting to hear back about a job opportunity and you haven't yet. And so you're like, oh my God, what's going on? And so you might be getting into your feelings. And it's trying to let you know, like, just stay in the present moment for now. Like there was a bit of a delay. Expect powerful change. Expect something great is on the horizon. Regardless of this specific job opportunity. Buds is in reverse. Keep showing me that. Past. And I heard da-da-da for recovery. Do-do. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum. But I'm also hearing, I want to dance. I want to dance. I want love and loss and a staggering of romance. But I'm no good at dancing. But I gotta do something. Tonight I'm gonna take my chance. I'm gonna play my dance. Okay, anyways, a deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. New life draws near. I was led to. Hell yeah. All right, let's also read the Scorpion, which is in reverse, which I feel intuitively is your past and something that might have stung. Something that might have stung. Oh, I found it. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. The Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. But the buds is in reverse, so it's not about friends, it's about your career. Your career was very important to you. Maybe the last one that you worked, it was very important to you, but it did not work out. And so it's in the past, we're throwing it away, we're focused on the new. Good news! Let's read about earthworm and rumination, because that is what you are kind of doing right now while you're in this in-between. I'm getting the sense. Oh wait, there's buds. Let's read buds. Buds represents the first checkpoint in a project. Things are expanding but not complete. Continue to tend and encourage them. As without buds, there can be no fruit. Have confidence. The success of your first stage promises that you can achieve your goal. So far, so good. Okay. All right, now what? Earthworm, wherever it was. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Bum, bum, bum. You were always waiting for fun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, found it. The humble earthworm breaks down organic. Oh, remember how I said organic was popping out? And I didn't understand why? Okay. Organically. Let things play out organically is what I'm also hearing. Release that rumination. Allow things to be as they are right now. Okay, without the earthworm's work, the soil would be too heavy and lack the oxygen roots needed to thrive. Additionally, the organic matter wouldn't be as well blended in the soil. The earthworm card reminds you that some essential work is happening under the surface in your life. Nature is bringing you closer to your goal. It also suggests that it's time to confront what troubles you. Consider breaking down big emotions into less intimidating, smaller chunks that are easier to digest and understand. So, if you are an artist or, you know, in music and stuff, consider writing new music. And then I'm also seeing live in the now. It definitely wants you to stay focused on the present moments. And say you were supposed to hear back from a job on one day and you didn't hear back yet, and it's kind of wigging you out. A girl can relate. just know that answers will come here. It just might be taking a little bit of time. Blackbirds sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Anything else I can let them know? Bum, bum, bum. Emotional, daydreaming. Should they? Creative blocks. Ooh. Who has the creative block? Them? Jealousy. I'm hearing ear. There's a lot with like earth, ear. You're hearing. Okay. Now I have more questions than I have answers. Proposal. Okay. Oh, okay. Ear is like hearing. You're going to be hearing a proposal soon. So maybe it's just taking more time. Retreat. Pull back. Just enjoy your energy. Enjoy this time. Take stock. Not take stock, but like enjoy this time that you have right now before it might get very busy. Interesting. Okay. All right. So pile number 4, that is your reading. That is what is next in your career. So good news. Yeah. All right. Sounds really good for you. Okay. Bye, guys. Song popped into my head and I wanted to sing it. Oh, save me out there. I'm lost without a cause. So what?